Hey everyone, welcome to JN Unique Designs. This is Joseph. Thank you for joining me today. It's been a while since I've been with you. Thank you for coming back and subscribing to my channel. I have a fun project for you today using some new Honeybee meets Elizabeth Craft Designs project. We'll be making a Halloween card together today. So let's turn the camera around and let's get started. Alrighty everyone, so as I mentioned in the intro, what I'm doing is I'm going to use a variety and collections of stamps from Honeybee. If you look at these die sets, these are all called layering dies, and basically what you do is you cut all the pieces and you can layer them all together and they become final things, final projects, you know, different things like this, and you can create all of that. Here's the layering witch hat and broom set. Look what you can do with that, and I'll show you what I've created already. Here's a bottle set, and then here's the lovely mums, and basically what you do is you create all of those, and then you get that layer, and then you create and you get all of that. I also have used Elizabeth Craft Designs creatures from Yozette. This one is number 1667, the dog, and I love this because the dog is so perfect when we're creating these characters. Die cut that. I'm also using Whimsy Stamps bold statements or bold sayings. I'm going to use this one. I can't say thanks enough to express my gratitude, so I'll just say it once. It's a beautiful stamp and it's very nice, a very beautiful layout. So I'll set these aside. I've already pre-die cut some stuff here, but let me bring, this is the lovely layer mums that you're seeing here that I created earlier today. And if you look at that, look at the dimensions on that. It has some great dimensions, and all I did was I used foam dots and I curled up the edges. So that's all I did. And now that card is ready to go. All right, I'm setting that aside. Let me pull some of the Halloween sentiments creations that I've already put together from Honeybee stamps, just so that you can see. Look how cool those are. Look how great those turned out. I really enjoyed how they look and how great and easy it was to put together. So I have more somewhere here. I promise you. I have quite a few of them actually, but they're hiding in my messy stack of stuff here. Off to the side of my desk, I have a crafting area that has tons of just mislabeled, misloose paperwork, not paperwork only, but crafting supplies and just a variety of different things all over the place. Here's the mum that the petal that's not been opened yet, and this is a lovely mums from Honeybee stamps. I'll use that later, so I'm gonna set that off to the side. Let me see here. What else do I want to do? I'm gonna set these up here, and then I'm gonna pull in my mum set, lovely mums set here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start coloring. So first thing is first, what you want to do is I can always use spray paint or airbrush like I had done in my previous videos, and if you haven't seen that yet, I encourage you to go take a look at some of that. My spray paint, my airbrush gun, because that is a fun project. That is so much fun to play with airbrush. And so I'm going to use a VersaFine Monarch for this project, and all I'm doing is I'm just going to come in and just go around the edges, because with the lovely layers from the honey cuts from Honeybee stamps, the layers itself, they sit on top of each other, so you don't need to color the center, you just need to color the edge of it. So, and I like this Monarch color because it has a hint of black to it. So let me I just realized that I better put a camera lock on my phone here, just in case anybody decides to disturb us while we're crafting. They won't be able to get through. So let's see here. Let me do this, and all I'm doing is I'm just using a foam tip here, a fingertip dauber, and I'm using the Monarch to color in these florals. I'm not doing anything fancy. This is how I've taught you how I've colored in previous projects. So just as such, has a nice color to it. So these small, as the dies get smaller, I like to color in the whole entire thing, because what happens is these actually sit on the front, the very top layer, and as it being the top layer, it's going to be the first to be seen. So I like it dark and colorful. So as we start putting the stamp together. So here we go. Almost there. Last few pieces. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I know it's been a while. I've been traveling again, and just haven't been able to get around to my camera, and haven't been able to just film much. So I'm very much appreciative of you being here with me, because it means so much that you have taken time out of your day to join me. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some foam dots here, and the way that Honey Cuts works is you just look for the biggest piece, which is the very bottom, followed by the next piece, the next largest, and vice versa, and it just continues straight down. If it's next largest, it just continues straight down. And basically what you're doing is you're looking for pieces that match. So right here, it looks like that doesn't match, but ooh, there's a potential match there. Or what you're doing is you're looking for pieces that kind of resembles each other. So here's a perfect match right there. As you can see, my top layer and my bottom layer, all of it matches. And if you run your finger in there, you would be able to see that it matches all the way through. As you can see those layers, it just matches the petal. And then I'll take another foam dot, place it on the back. So do that. And I know for a fact that this is at the bottom here, so that's how it matches this piece. And all I'm doing is I'm just centering it, lining it up, make sure all the petals lined up, and then I'm gonna move on to the next piece. Press down on my foam dot, and that's it. So, see? As the pieces get matched up, you'll see it starts making sense. Like, things start making sense with each other. So, let's do this. Just do that. And then one more foam dot here. I think this goes backwards this way, if I'm not mistaken. No, it doesn't. Maybe it goes, no, it does go this way. So it goes like that. And then this one goes here. I believe this goes here, something like that. Let's see here. There we go, that's what it looks like. And with these last three pieces, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Elizabeth Craft Designs fine tweezers, and I'm gonna hold it by the tweezer, and then I'm gonna take my glue bottle, my fine tip glue bottle here, and put some glue on it, because it's already thick enough as it is. So what I wanna do is I wanna make sure that it doesn't stick all the way out. So this is what I'm gonna do. Place that there, and then take another piece. And then what I want to do is I'm going to place that one there so it matches. Take the final piece. I'm going to place that right on top of there. It's perfect. Look how nice that looks. There we go. And then next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave that to dry for a little bit. I'm gonna take a couple of the mum leaves, which is these, and I'm gonna use a rainforest color. Let's see, of course, I don't know where that stamp is right now. That's Shady Lanes, I don't want that. I want, knowing my luck, it's gonna be at the very bottom. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna use rainforest for this, for these leaves. And color them in like that. Again, I just, as I mentioned in my other videos, it's so much fun just coloring these, and so soothing because, and you don't have to color all the way in. There's so many different ways of coloring, but I like to color it just around the edge. And the reason why I like to color it around the edge is because I like that white in the middle. And if you want, you can take a brush and just go down gently down the middle, just like that. So, you know. So, put that, set that aside. And then I'm gonna take a wet wipe here. And just to clean off that surface just a tad bit. And then I'm gonna move on to assembling the dog here. This is Yosette's dog, number 1667, as I had mentioned earlier. And it's pretty straightforward. It's not a hard die to put together, you know. Not a hard die to put together, so very easy. So let's see here. What do I want? I want, I'm gonna turn this one into a yellow Labrador kind of deal. Or, no. What am I gonna do with this one? Let's take a yellow. No. Let's take that Copic marker. I haven't done Copic in a while. Number Y17. And let's just color. I haven't colored in Copic in so long, so this is all gonna be new to me. It's old, but it's new, if that makes sense. Just because I haven't done this in so long. So it's different for me, for sure, to be coloring in Copic like this. So, like that. And that's the legs. That's the body. That's the collar. So you I've done this so many times that I know which pieces is which and where they belong. If you don't know, the packaging is always very nice to have. And then I'm gonna take a brown and I'm gonna do the ears. This guy's gonna have floppy brown ears. He's gonna be my Halloween character. As you can see, I'm making a Halloween card. Take a red for the collar. Such. And then I'm gonna take a Y06 for the dog tag. There we go. Now my dog's all ready to go. Let's start assembling. The dog is an older die, but as you know, Yosette's dies are very easy to play with and very versatile. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some glue on the collar, and I'm gonna start off with here, and I'm gonna make the dog's head kind of tilt a little bit. So that's why I'm gonna put the collar kind of off to the side. You can make the dogs and the animals from Yosette have character, and that's what the beauty of these dies are. You know, there's so much character with these. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, and we'll just make sure the glue is on the back and that's all good to go. Do that. Take this this piece and put a dab of glue there. Put this right on top. There he goes. Has some attitude. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take his paws first. See, his paws. I think this is this side. That is paws. I made that mistake earlier on my other creatures, but, and I had to fix that. It is paws there. So you can see I'm not using very much glue. I'm using just a tad, a dip, just a tad bit, as you can see. And because this glue is so sticky, I just think that it's good. And then we'll take his ears. So you can see I'm not putting much glue on there. And then we'll take his other ear. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a Macron pen here real quick, and I'm gonna draw in that black line there where it needs to be black. And then I'm gonna take his nose and his eyes, all from that die cut that I didn't take out, didn't punch it out because I didn't want to lose it. So I'm gonna punch this out here from earlier. Let's give him, what do you think? Blue eyes? I'm gonna do B28, blue eyes. Let's do B28, blue eyes. And maybe a gray nose. So, gray nose. Out of there. I'm gonna take that, put a dot of glue on here, and put it right into his face there. Take his, I'm gonna put a dot of glue right on his eyes, a bead of glue, take his tweezers, be able to pick up my, there. Accidentally picked up that glue, so there's that. There's that. There's the puppy dog. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this Halloween hat from Whimsy on his head, because that just looks so cool. Right? Or should I do another one? What about, yeah, let's do green. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue there. And I'll place this on his head. How cool that looks. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna take a broom and I'm gonna put a broom right behind him, just like such. I think that's how it's gonna look. I don't know if I like that. So we're just gonna try something else. Let's try this. Up there. I don't know if I like that either. I like the idea of having a broom right behind him, you know, kind of leaning on him like that. But maybe we just go with a simple broom, you know, or that maybe. And then what we'll do is we'll set the flowers underneath and kind of have him peeking out like that. What I'm thinking, having him peeking out of the flowers as such. That's what I was thinking. If I lay it out on a card, maybe like this, and then put some more leaves in there. So that, or even this. You know. So there we go. That's just an idea for you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on these for my next video, and we'll get back to it. Thank you everyone for joining me today for that simple combination, and I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. And have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.